In a world of ever-growing cities, smart growth has emerged as a reaction to a need for more intentional, smarter urban planning. As a result, the term smart growth encompasses a range of developmental and conservational strategies that are being used in communities throughout the world with the goal of making them economically stronger, more socially diverse, and build a unique sense of place while lessening the environmental impacts of traditional development. No matter what kind of planning occurs, the world's population continues to increase and cities are growing. The decisions that we make directly impact the pieces of our lives that define who we are. Our homes, health, commute, economic growth, education, and opportunities.
Thus, development is intrinsically human-centered as it focuses on our built environment, the cultural landscape, and sometimes rather the lack of a cultural landscape that emerges with increasing urbanization and humans' interaction with the environment.
Smart growth policies are a developmental approach that encourage
Mixed land use,
compact design,
walkability,
a wide range of housing and transportation options,
and preservation of open and green space.
Portland is a great example of smart growth policies and is often the most referenced smart growth city of North America. This is because it favors high urban densities, which is reinforced through its implementing a greenbelt/urban growth boundary, encouraging mixed-use development, and developing a robust public transportation system.
However, elements of smart growth policies can be seen throughout a myriad of other cities. For example, even in Westland, each of the elements that we highlighted above can be seen in some capacity in the activity spaces we live in or pass by every day.
For example, this neighborhood of Westland exhibits a variety of different housing options.
And within this variety is easy walkable access to schools, shops, and recreation to meet the daily needs of its residents. Of course, these features are not ubiquitous across all housing in Westland, but in some particular newer developments, elements of walkability and a wide range of different housing options are definitely being incorporated into designs.
These townhouses, which feature multi-floor designs and share one or two walls with adjacent properties, also highlight the smart growth element of compact design. High-density development is a key feature of smart growth policies, and this is seen through housing developments that prioritize maximizing space, as shown here, or by making sure that other spaces, such as parks, schools, and shopping areas, are reasonably close to each other.
Similarly, walking down to Lake Oswego downtown, a tightly packed stores and restaurant with a combination of apartments on second and third story exemplify the concept of compact design as well.
Here, we also see evidence of a railroad system in addition to the cars and sidewalks nearby. And having access to different transportation mediums, this area has the foundations for further implementing smart growth goals of expanding public transportation options and reducing our reliance on automobiles by providing non-motorized alternatives to reduce traffic congestion.
We also see that preservation of green space is a priority even with the development of commercial space. This supports the environment by providing conservation of important habitats and improves the quality of life of the community by mitigating the effects of pollution and urban heat islands.
Another goal of smart growth development has been to create a strong sense of place. Even things as simple as these statues and sculptures serve to differentiate this place from every other shopping center in the world. This helps people to better connect to the unique character of this particular area while making communities fundamentally more livable, personal, and distinctive.
Even though smart growth absorbed more in the idea of encouraging diverse housing and sustainable transportation options, community engagement is inevitably another factor contributing to the effect of smart growth goals within a community, including the life of one bird. Yes, only one bird, or the other one's gonna eat that one, which then was so plus one, because even in an ever-developing world, we still need wildlife.
Smart growth has been an increasingly prominent idea in conversations related to the future of cities and urban land use.
Crucially, it includes elements that can be applied to many different communities throughout the world, especially as development continues to trend more and more toward prioritizing things like green space, preserving a sense of place, and build communities, housing, and transportation options that work to support a variety of different people with different needs.
If taken as a way to think about development in order to reduce urban sprawl, support the environment, and build communities that work for a larger range of people, smart growth can be seen as a way to focus investment in existing infrastructure and rehabilitate spaces that might be abandoned, underfunded, or poorly designed.
In guiding development to areas that are already built up, smart growth helps to invest in places where people live today.